Hello everyone, thank you for joining this session. Now we are going to discuss about the second lecture of ocular drug delivery system and novel drug delivery system. So without wasting much time, we will move on to the basic introduction of ocular drug delivery. Yes, so in earlier session we have discussed about the ocular administration and associated factors like various physiological barriers and the mechanism of drug absorption through eye and how the drug is eliminated through the system once instilled into the eye. So, after this, what are the ideal requirements of OCDDS, that means ocular drug delivery systems. So, first of all, the formulation must be sterile, right, and it is free from microbes, right. First, it is a sterility factor is important to make OCDDS. Now, free from foreign particles, that means any grittiness or any solid particles must not be present in the preparation, and it will irritate or inflame the eye surface. Isotonicity is important factor here. The pH should be similar to your eye pH, so that it will not cause any irritation for the patients. Buffer, yes, non-irritant, lack of explosion, ease of handling, insertion. In case you are making drops, then it needs to be very easy, and if you are making implants, then it can be put easily within the eye. If we talk about the controlled ocular drug delivery systems, non-interference with vision and oxygen permeability. Yes, of course, this is the drawback of gel preparation. When we use the gel formulation in the eye, the vision is quietly blurred and patient may feel discomfort, right. Reproducibility of release kinetics. Again, we are talking about the prolonged and sustained or controlled release manner, then the release kinetics is important factor here. Stability, ease of manufacture. So, all these points or ideal requirements are there, which makes this system easy and feasible to develop. Physicochemical properties of drug for ocular delivery, right. So, as we talk about the manufacturing aspects of any formulation, then we have to discuss the drug part as well, that what are the types of drugs or which type of drugs can be used for ocular administration if for making advancement, right. So, first is the rate of absorption from the administered site, that is eye, depends on the physical properties of drug molecules. Yes, because if the main thing is in the dosage form is drug, right, drug is reaching to the systemic circulation or giving the required effect, then we need to have discuss about the drug properties in detail. For any type of system, let it be ocular, let it be transdermal, then drug property needs to be discussed in detail while designing any type of this controlled manner delivery systems, right. So, first is solubility. Usually unionized molecule can readily permeate biological membranes. Yes, the drug is in an ionized form, which is getting absorbed through the layers. The corneal epithelium bears a negative charge at the pH of lacrimal fluid, and hence cationic species tend to penetrate at a faster rate to their anionic counterparts. Yes, cationic, anionic. If the charge of corneal barrier is negative, then it will attract the opposite charge particle well, whereas for anionic we need to have different approach to penetrate these type of molecules. Second is lipophilicity. Yes, lipophilic drug easily permeate through epithelial layers of cornea. Yes, that means drug having lipophilic nature can be easily passed through the corneal layer, whereas the hydrophilic drug may face some challenge. Different corneal layers exhibit different permeability towards lipophilic drug, but inner layer of cornea, that means stroma, requires higher hydrophilicity for optimal permeation. That means drugs needs to have a lipophilic hydrophilic balance, so that it can pass all the layer of cornea well, right. As you know, the epithelium layer is taking the lipophilic drug well, whereas stroma, the inner layers of cornea, is having different type of nature, which is taking hydrophilic drugs well. So, it must be like drug is having lipophilic hydrophilic balance, can be easily taken up through corneal layers, right. Molecular weight and size. Molecules having diameter less than 2 nm and molecular weight less than 500 daltons readily permeate through cornea. This is important factor while preparing these type of controlled release ocular preparations. You should know that how much molecular weight to be selected candidates can have, and what are the molecules diameter in terms of their physical properties should we have for the drug candidate. The conjunctiva allows permeation of larger molecules like 5,000 to 10,000 daltons due to large paracellular pore diameter. That means for cornea, if we target cornea, then we have the less molecular weight as well as the diameter, molecular diameter for targeting cornea. But in case we are targeting conjunctiva, then it the molecular weight or the size is bigger as compared to the corneal absorption. Scleral permeability is approx half of the conjunctiva, but higher than the cornea. That means three main pathways through which drug is getting absorbed have different considerations. Now, various additives for ophthalmic preparations. So, see, when we make any formulation, so apart from drug or active component, we need to discuss about the additives. In mucoadhesive drug delivery system, the main excipients of the preparations are polymers, permeation enhancers and stabilizers and enzyme inhibitors. Likewise, in ocular drug administration, we see variety of agents can be used to stabilize and to prepare the required dosage form, like buffering agent to adjust the pH in the preparation, preservatives so that microbial contamination cannot be seen or developed, solubilizing agents, thickening agents proper to provide sufficient consistency to the preparation, antioxidants, isotonic agent, chelating agent and vehicles, that means solvent for in which the preparation is manufacturing. So, these are different types of additives we use for making ocular preparation. Now, we discuss the variety of dosage form for ophthalmic drug delivery system or ocular drug delivery system, that we have these conventional forms as well in the market. Yes, and it is widely used as compared to your controlled release formulation for ocular delivery. Conventional dosage are available in the market. Why? So, because it is not comparably developed well in the market these days in this current situation. I am not talking about the future point, but the controlled delivery system is in investigation phase or stage. So, some of the preparations in controlled delivery is coming in the market and some are under investigation. So, we will have discussion about all the preparations for ocular drug delivery system. So, first we will discuss about the conventional one. So, conventional dosage form contains solution, suspension, emulsion, ointments and gels. Solution, suspension or emulsion under liquid dosage form, whereas ointment and gels for solid dosage form. Now, in control release manner, if we talk, what we are discussing is focused here, this category and this category, right. So, these are the three categories which comes under your control drug delivery system for ocular preparations. So, control release contains inserts, implants, hydrogels, contact lenses, collagen shields, microneedle and antiphoroses, right. So, these are the advancement in ocular drug delivery system, though it is not widely used, but this has come under this control drug delivery system, and some of the treatments are available in these forms, right. Contact lenses are widely available and widely used by the customers, right. Vesiculars, if we talk about vesicles or vesicular system, we may have developed liposome, neosome, discosomes for ocular preparation, as it has very good permeability parameters, right. Particulate system, or we can have solid system. Solid particulate system consists of microparticle and nanoparticle. So, microparticle and nanoparticle, as these are the particulate systems which have the size in micro and nano range, and they offer easy penetration of the drug candidate across the cornea or conjunctiva and sclera, right. Apart from this, one alternate delivery system is there, intravitreal injections. Basically, injections we may have for these type of administration, subconjunctival injection, retrobulbular injection and intracameral injections, right. So, these are different injections available and used to particular target within the eye, right. So, we will discuss it in detail. So, first we will talk about conventional ocular drug delivery system, conventional, right. So, it is these preparation when instilled in the eye are rapidly removed from the ocular cavity by tear flow and nasolacrimal drainage. This is the main point. We need to develop an alternate therapy to overcome this problem, as through this conventional preparations the drug percentage is getting absorbed is very low within the eye. So, we need to increase the percentage, we need to increase the efficacy of the drug molecule to the target site. So, by using all these alternative controlled drug release preparations, we can achieve all those lacking portions of the conventional forms. Now, there are several types of conventional ophthalmic preparation available in market, such as solutions, suspensions, emulsions, ointment and gels. You may have used. So, I have made a comparative chart of all these conventional forms. You see the dosage form solution. What are the advantages? The advantages are, it is convenient, widely used by the patient, high patient acceptability, right, non-invasive and cost effective. So, and the disadvantages are poor bioavailability, frequent dosing, rapid precorneal elimination and short acting. So, these are some disadvantages associated. Now, we talk about suspension, improved drug contact time and duration of action. That means, it may have better retention as compared to solution within the eye. Performance depends on the properties of drug. That means, this type of system performances depends on the drug candidate used in the preparation. Emulsion, oil and water is preferred, less irritation and better tolerance provided by this type of emulsion. prolonged drug action and improved precorneal residence time and corneal permeation. Emulsion, tiny globules, oil and water type of globules can easily penetrate to the corneal membrane and may have or may show prolonged type of effect as compared to the solution and suspension. Blurred vision and poor patient compliance, as it contains the oily phase as well, that it is responsible to make the vision blurs, right. Now, the next is ointment and gel, improved bioavailability and sustained release actions. So, gels may have good bioavailability of drug in the eye, and it is for localized action, that it may retain within the eye region well, and it may provide the sustained type of drug profile, but due to its sticky nature, so the patient compliance is poor, and because this may blur the vision entirely, and patient may have discomfort and not good feeling, right. Now, pros and cons. What are the advantages of making these ocular drug delivery system in controlled manner, and what are the disadvantages? So, ease of bulk scale manufacturing, this is the advantage, that we can make at large scale. High patient acceptability, drug product efficacy, stability, cost effectiveness and ease of administration. So, these are some advantages, whereas different disadvantages are poor bioavailability of drug, frequent dosing, interference with vision, less bioavailability, protein binding, lacrimation, peak valley profile, less intimate contact and patient in compliance. As you see, these all preparations are available and they have very good manufacturing procedures at large scale, and they can be easily developed and handled by the patient, and patient acceptability is very good. But due to all these factors, these there is need for making an alternate therapy or alternate type of formulations to overcome all these disadvantages. So, methods to overcome ocular barriers. In last session, we have discussed different type of ocular barriers. Now, we will discuss how we can overcome these ocular barriers. What are the different approaches we can use to overcome these barriers? So, to overcome barriers in ocular drug delivery, two distinct yet complementary approaches can be used. What are those? First, involves using alternate delivery routes to conventional ones, allow for more direct access to intended target sites, right. And second one, first one represent the approach to overcome these barriers, that means your injection part, right. You can directly put injection to the required site or targeted site, and the drug can be directly exposed to the required area of treatment. So, second approach involves the development of novel drug delivery system, as we have discussed in the different slides. What are those novel drug delivery system? You see here, these particulate, vesicular and control release are the novel drug delivery system we can have as a second approach, providing better permeability, treatability and control release at target site. So, these are basic two approaches we can have if we do not want the conventional one, and to overcome all the problems associated with conventional. Now, alternate drug delivery route. First of all, this comes under first approach, that is alternate delivery routes, right. So, first type of injection we have is intravitreal injection, IVI. It delivers the drugs directly into the vitreous humor, avoids both cornea and scleral blood vessels. Solution, suspension, depot formulation can be given. and retinal detachment, cataract, hyperemia and endophthalmitis are adverse effect of IVI. Though it can be used as an alternate approach for conventional drug dosage form, but it is associated with variety of problems. As you are putting injection within the eye, eye is a sensitive area, sensitive region, sensitive part of the body. If you give injection to the this type of injection, right, so you may have different type of sensitivity issues and problem associated or mentioned here, like cataract, hyperemia, endophthalmitis, inflammation, right, of using IVI. Subconjunctival injections are the drug is delivered beneath the conjunctival membrane to reach sclera. So, this type of injections are delivered beneath the conjunctival membrane, that means targeting conjunctiva, so that the drug can be reached to the sclera part. It avoids both cornea and conjunctiva, allowing the drug to reach sclera, right. So, we are directly giving it to the sclera portion of the eye. Excellent route of delivering hydrophilic drugs, depot forming formulation and macromolecules. So, these are some advantages over the IVI and it has lesser side effects as compared to IVI, right. Third one is retrobulbular and periburbular route. So, retrobulbular injection is given through eyelets, okay, an orbital fascia and places the drug into retrobulbular space. So, this injection is basically given through the eyelids. It causes minor or no change in IOP, that is intraocular pressure maintained in the eye. It has no effect on this, right, but may damage the optic nerve. So, this is again the disadvantages of using this type of injection. Expertise is required while giving these type of injections to a patient which has a disease condition. The expertise is a mandate thing which is required at that point of time. Peribulbular injection is given above or below the globe, right. So, it is used for delivering anesthesia in cataract surgery and considered safer than retrobulbular route. So, rise in IOP have been reported. In case of retrobulbular, no rise in IOP is reported, but in case of peribulbular, so rise in intraocular pressure is seen. Now, the fourth one is intracameral injection. It is generally employed for anterior segment procedures, right. For anterior segment procedures, that means the outer part, such as cataract surgery, efficient and cost effective method of delivering antibiotics. It is used for delivering antibiotics to the anterior part of the eye. So, now we see the different sites of these injection in within the eye. You see that this is considered as anterior portion, whereas this is considered as posterior portion or internal portion of the eye. So, topical preparation can be given. IVI injection and intracameral injection represent the thing that IVI is here in the chamber, whereas intracameral is in the anterior part of the eye. Subconjunctival injection in the using conjunctiva through to the sclera, and subtenon injection is also there, retrobulbular. So, these are the variety of injections we have as an alternate therapy for conventional ocular drug delivery system. Now, what are the various approaches for better ocular drug delivery, right. So, here are some factors. If we follow or if we use these type of approaches while making ocular drug delivery, so we may have better ocular drug absorption. So, what are those? First is viscosity enhancers. So, the more the formulation is consistent, the more the retention of drug into the eye region. So, more will be your absorption of drug through eye. So, viscosity enhancers. Now, gel in form of hydrogel and organogels, right. So, gel matrix can be used to enhance the drug absorption through eye. Prodrug approach and double prodrug approach can be used, right. The active form, after getting into the eye region, the form is converted into the active form, that is prodrug approach. Penetration enhancers facilitate the penetration of drug candidate across the different layers of the eye. Liposome, neosome, again the advancement in the ocular drug delivery system. Nanosuspension, micro emulsions are the liquid forms in micro and nano range. Nanoparticle, nanospheres are the polymeric solid phases which are in nano range. In situ forming gels. Implants, again your advanced drug delivery system. Corneal, collagen sheets. So, these are different approaches we can have to enhance the drug effectiveness within the eye region. So, these are references from which I have taken this data, and I wish that you have the basic understanding of making all these ocular drug delivery system. We have discussed various parts of the eye in the previous lecture, and in this we have discussed various formulation consideration which involves the physicochemical properties of drug, the factor affecting bioavailability, the factor which has an impact on drug ocular drug absorption, and if we use these factors we can achieve the desired action of a drug candidate. So, with this I would like to conclude my session. I hope you understand. In next session we will discuss about a variety of ocular preparations including the controlled drug delivery systems, and we will have the formulation and evaluation part in the upcoming sessions of ocular drug delivery system. So, till then take care, stay safe, and thank you so much.